at the highest levels of women's football and have trophies and caps to prove it. So we've got former Mexico international Janelly Farías, former Scotland international Jen Beattie, and two-time World Cup winner Kelley O'Hara. Lovely to sit alongside you ladies today. We're back for the second half of Matchday 1. How excited are we, Jen?
So Chelsea looks at their league phase and says, okay, Twente, they circle it on the calendar, that's a W, we're getting 3 points off of that. Unfortunately, they drop points. It was away, but still, in my opinion, unacceptable. Chelsea's tactics, though, look at 64% possession versus 36% on Twente's side. In the run of play, I felt like Chelsea wasn't getting their defenders high enough when they had clear possession of the ball up the field, right? Felt like on the right side of the field, Alyssa Thompson and Ellie Carpenter were tearing it up. They were doing well, but it wasn't clinical enough when they got to the final third. So what are you looking at?
The biggest shot to on-target ratio, 20-6 for me. That's one thing is coming for them is shooting practice this week, because it sounds silly, but when you dominate possession like that, you always have to give a bit of credit to Twente in their formation and structure. I think they played in a very solid 4-4-2, made it very difficult. But Ellie Carpenter was great going up and down the wings, getting crosses into the box. But for me, I think Hamano's chance jumps out. Yeah. Edge of the box, wide open, just inside the box. I'm like, get that on. That has to go on target for me.
Yeah, then maybe Chelsea didn't underestimate Twente, just individually, the players weren't on. And I think we talked about it before, how important it is for you individually to know your role, know your responsibilities. And when you have a clear chance, especially as an attacking player, you have to make it count.
I think, bottom line, this result, the whole narrative around Chelsea was winning a domestic treble. The next thing they wanted to go and get was Champions League, and she's walked off screen.
I think it's still early in the tournament.
We love to talk about our fellow Americans overseas playing in this Champions League, and many of us have gotten to play abroad, whether it be international, but with club. And why do you guys think, especially Janelly and Jen, why is it so important to get that experience under your belt as a player, regardless of age, just going and playing overseas?
Well, it was huge for me. I think growing up, well, first and foremost, the game was completely amateur when I came to an age where I wanted to take it further. So for me, I had to go and play abroad for it to become pro. That ultimately, this is my running joke. For me, it was Bend It Like Beckham, Keira Knightley, playing college soccer.
Listen, we're all inspired by something. We're all from that generation.
Luckily, now you know there's other people.
She's the Man was more my thing.
No, but for me, I was at Arsenal, as a kid, semi-pro. So for me, Montpellier was actually my first professional contract, and it was always the best and hardest thing I've ever done. I think I was 22, living in the south of France. It sounds incredible, but I barely spoke French. I had to learn it. I'll never forget walking into the locker room, and there was like a list on my locker of like French and English translations of like bib and cone or penny, I should say, as the American. But yeah, it was hard. But listen, you grow up fast. You learn a new league, new tactical system, coaches, culture, everything.
That's
best
what I
and
was
hardest.
Gonna say. Like for you to find your best version as a person and as a player, you have to get out of your comfort zone. And a lot of these, I think, players that stay within their country, great. Yeah, if your league is growing, if you're in a really competitive team, that's awesome. But sometimes you need something different. You need a different type of soccer to really find out if that's your best or not.
To kind of get accustomed to. But Kelley, did you ever want to go play overseas? You're the only one here that rocked with the NWSL.
I'll see myself out. No, but I think what's interesting is that so early in my career, I had no desire to go overseas. I wanted to cement myself with the national team. We had, I got drafted into the WPS. That was before the NWSL. Then the NWSL came around after the WPS folded. So for me, I wasn't interested in going overseas because I wanted to stay home. One, I didn't want to be away from friends and family when I did have time off, and that kept me home. But then as my career progressed, I considered going overseas around 2016, 2017. But what's interesting and what has changed since I played is the structure in which our contracts were set up. So on club, our contracts, if you played with the national team, were paid by the national team. And that allowed the national team, because they were financially helping out the NWSL, the national team could then call us whenever they wanted to, outside of FIFA date. So if you played in a club overseas, you weren't able to get called into camp. So that weighed into the decision of, hey, why would I leave, be unavailable to come into every single camp? For me, I wanted to, be able to be available and in camp whenever possible. So that played into my decision in the weight that I gave it and being able to be available for a national team. And now it's different. Now clubs, they pay their salary. You get paid by your club. The national team doesn't pay your salary. And the national team, specifically the U.S. women's national team, no longer holds camps outside of FIFA dates like they used to. And that allows players to go and play for clubs because then they're not risking not being, released by their clubs and being able to come to national team.
And that's, as an outsider looking at the NWSL, looking at the U.S. national team, it seems like over the years, the NWSL has had a cultural monopoly over American players.
They have, because of the structure.
And that's the way that we've seen it. Like, I used to think NWSL, U.S. national team all the time. But that's not the case anymore, especially now with Emma Hayes stepping in and taking over the U.S. national team. I think she provides just a different perspective on a different type of football for U.S. soccer. I think it's not just soccer anymore. It's football. It's football. And I think it's great for these players to get out of their country.
Yeah, is there looking very happy in their circle.
Hannah, what are you doing in Germany?
Yeah, how'd you get over there and back so quickly?
That looks exactly like me. Wolfsburg.
Well, I didn't know you were a Wolfsburg fan.
I didn't either. Wolfsburg winning 4-0. Oh,
look at this.
Hannah, come on, do it now.
Give an outside to side. That definitely does.
I mean, that is actually little sister vibe.
Yeah,
this is incredible.
I've never had a sister, so maybe she's my long-lost sister. Okay, pretty welcome into the studio. I'm your host, Hannah Cash. I had a quick trip from Germany all the way to the studio in Stamford, joined by Kelley O'Hara at Darian.
But I love it for Atletico Madrid as well because it's a team that we didn't highlight too much. Yeah, and didn't.
I just want to point out
such a dominant.
They were my dark horse.
We didn't get
Of course they were.
It's so funny. It's Matchday won, but we need.
Yeah, but you know what's interesting? We didn't know about that until after their.
Yeah, Hannah, when did you pick the dark horse?
No, the producer Jen will have my text.
Yeah, can we get this fact checked?
Can we run
from
the clip?
Tuesday morning, I sent my dark horse, Atletico Madrid. Champions League is in the book, and that can only mean one thing, ladies. It's time for the Wednesday wine down. So we have some Spanish wine here in honour of Barcelona's magnificent seven. So I would do a little cheers to the Spanish teams, to Barcelona.
Salud in Spanish. It's got to be in Spanish. Salud.
Oh, salud, salud. Cheers.
Salud.
You know, they say, they say when you cheers, you should always look people in the eye.
Yes.
So Hannah, it's bad luck.
For 7 years.
Salud. There we go. Okay, everybody. So this is where we celebrate, and
well, you have to sip after as well.
oh yeah, we do.
My goodness.
Oh yeah, that's rude.
I almost got the giggles already.
How rude of me. I'm drunk already. Okay, this is where we.
She's the Man is the best women's football movie to date.
Red flag.
Jen, you can take a little longer to think about it.
No, don't need it.
No,
I mean, Bend It Like
Bend It Like
Beckham
Beckham,
changed her
Kelley.
life.
Thank you.
Bend it like
It did. It really did.
Yes.
Wait, I've never seen it.
You're too
Oh
young.
yeah. Showing her
What is
age
it
here.
called?
Or am I showing my
She's the
age?
man. Hannah, this is your homework.
Wait, if you
Did you say she's too young, Kelley?
Yeah.
No.
You haven't seen
Right.
Bend It Like Beckham or She's the Man.
No.
You haven't seen Bend It Like Beckham either.
How is she?
She's 23 years old,
Yeah.
right?
I feel like there are certain requirements to host Champions League.
You need to watch all the women's
Seeing
footy.
classic football films in the women's game seem like one of them. So you have some homework.
To be
Yeah, I
fair,
know, I
our
need to watch.
generation
She graduated,
watched
but she
different
has more
movies than
homework.
hers.
Wait, say that
To
again?
be fair, our generation watched different movies than hers.
That is fair.
When did it come out?
Before you were born, probably.
Actually,
No, I
maybe
think
like
right
around when you were born.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched it. When did Bend
said
It
Green
Like
Flag
Beckham
too?
come out?
I said Green Flag.
Oh, I've just heard 2006.
Oh, She's the Man was a little.
you
it was
3?
after.
I was 4.
You were 4 years old.
Yeah. All
right.
Wasn't watching.
You can watch on the plane
rom-coms
ride
then.
tomorrow. How about that?
I live around the corner.
Yeah, she's going back to Germany with your little sister.
Yeah, I'm gonna go meet my little sister in Germany. I didn't even know who she was.
Using the restroom with your mic still on.
Right. What we,
There's people in the back laughing.
if anyone puts green flag, that's a bit weird.
It's just too much work to take it off or to like tell you.
You guys, all you gotta turn
I'm
the thing
saying,
off.
I'm saying you can.
It's really easy to do
like,
it though.
Like I go to the restroom with my mic still on. That's a green flag, right? Like I'm green flagging that I do
it. Yeah, that
you're okay.
Yeah, but
I do it, but
So
like
put your green flag
I'm
up.
like covering the mic when I'm in the restroom.
I just say, hey guys, I'm about to go to the bathroom, so if you're listening.
I love
But
that.
ladies, it's like really
I
easy
love
to
the
turn off.
transparency. You know.
it's really easy.
I can't. How do I turn it off? How do I get to
You
this?
just ask me for some help and I'll just go.
I'm locked in
You
here.
just ask the people in who sort your mic out, hey, can you just turn it off,
Don't have time for that.
Because then we've got the whole control room listening to you pee.
Sorry, guys.